I filed the appeal in my case against the state attorney in Florida, Fifth Circuit, and the lower court has 50 days, I think, to produce the case record, which you need to reference in your appeal. So at least you're waiting, which turned out to be good because I write and write and write and write until it becomes unwieldy, and then kind of redo the outline and um, borrow from the original draft to fill in the blanks and cut out, 2/3 of what I'd written because it has to be to the point. Um, and so the lower court, well, you'll see it if you read it, but they start off with the state attorney has absolute immunity, which is an eye roll. What can you do? And we just there was a court that just went over this with Trump and said when he was campaigning, he was doing personal business, so it wasn't the business of the office. And so I included that case reference, blasting game, uh, and in this case, so the state attorney isn't uh, enforcing the law because he's currying favor with the voters. It's the same thing. You know, it's not official duty when you're conspiring in a crime. That would kind of defeat the purpose of having attorney general's office and all of her state attorneys. So that was one, and I didn't have standing. I'm like, I absolutely have standing to have my grievance heard in a court of law. And then said, let me pause for a second, think of it. Well, that I violated a rule. The state, for some reason, they get a notification. How do I know this? How would I, being pro se? But anyway, that I requested leave of the court to amend the complaint because it's a picayune violation, and any court would allow that. So, plus they took the 30 days that was allowed by the rule to respond, where I think it's normally 20 days for any other defendant. And they said collateral estoppel, like this is my third case. And they said this case has already been adjudicated. No, it hasn't. Collateral estoppel, it has to be a full and fair opportunity to litigate. It doesn't cover this. Cause of action, they always like to say that. You don't have a cause of action. I'm like, yeah, I do. It's as clear as a bell. And then they dismiss with prejudice. I said, well, why you got prejudice, man? What's that all about? Uh, let me see. I go on a little bit. This with the cover sheet and the certificate of service sheet, certificate of compliance, both, is only 14 pages. So let's take it down to 12. And that's in one of those pages, the table of contents, let's take it down to 11, and it's double spaced. So that's like 5.5 sheets of 14-point type. Okay, I'll link it. I'll put it up. It was a bit exhausting. Well, it's always exhausting, but whatever. It feels good to have it out of my hand, but I feel like I need a few days off.